everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got something so exciting. I am here at JD Golf Academy. This is one of the few places in Europe to have the advanced 3D technology and software which is used by some of the best players in the world. So I'm here to see if it can improve my swing and see what it's all about. So come along with me. Before we get started, don't forget to do me a favour and hit that subscribe button. It takes 2 seconds to do. So I would like to introduce Joe and Owen from JD Golf Academy, who are going to be with me today.
Hello, how are we?
Okay. Tell us a little bit about yourselves.
So we are pros here at the JD Golf Academy in Oxfordshire.
Yeah.
We are going to pop you on our gears and swing cat system.
Fantastic.
So we're going to suit you up, turn you into an avatar.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there.
I can't wait.
Give you all the good news and a sprinkle of bad news.
Have you been on a system like this before, have you?
Never. I've always wanted to do it. I've seen it online, but I've never been able to know where to go or what to do.
Yeah,
so
you'll love it.
You're going to absolutely love it. In terms of the numbers of the data it gives us,
yeah,
it's special.
Immense.
Yeah, thank you. Don't be too hard on me.
Don't be too hard on us. Yeah.
Fabulous. Let's go.
Amazing.
Fabulous. So just normal swing.
Yeah, normal swing for us. That'll be beautiful.
So I can imagine that one's gone nice and
tremendous
150
shot.
yards.
Beautiful. Yeah. I think the back of the range is in danger. One more.
It's so strange hitting it and not knowing where it's going.
Yeah.
I think I know where it's going, but sometimes you get away with it, don't you?
We'll say it straight.
Yeah, it's good touch straight.
Right. Cool. Okay. Yes, we do a post test quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, Georgia, do me a favour.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. You're going to stand on the 2 plates again.
Okay.
You're going to go arms out for me like so. You're going to
Yeah.
keep your nose dead straight.
Yeah.
You're not going to, well, we're going to make a turn basically.
Yeah.
But you're going to try and keep your nose as still as you can.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just
Okay.
get, sort of backswing pace will be absolutely
So
tremendous.
what's this doing? Is this?
Well, I'll explain. I'll explain.
Okay.
Yeah.
So straighten head.
Yeah, dead straight forward, backswing pace, nose still.
Move your feet in just a little bit more so they're sort of golf length.
Okay.
Posture length. Perfect. Yeah. Off you go. A little bit quicker.
A little bit quicker.
We'll do eyes closed in a minute, won't you?
Yeah.
1 sec, Georgia. Just capturing that. So this is basically giving us some information on what force you should be using, which I'll explain in 1 sec.
Okay.
Can you do the same again?
Yeah.
Eyes closed this time.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Am I using my legs or just
No,
twisting?
just literally just twisting
twisting?
around yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, beautiful.
Eyes closed.
Yeah, nice and quick. Good.
Fantastic. Right, good. Right, do you want to jump over here?
Yes.
So
I can't wait.
What we've just gone through then. So we've got some captures on the gear system.
Yeah.
Okay, 28 markers on your body, 6 on your golf club.
Yeah.
Lots of cameras around the roof.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got the swing catalyst dual plates. Happy days. That's going to tell us what your pressure's doing, what each individual force is doing.
Yeah.
Are we twisting into the mat here? Are we pushing into the mat there?
Yeah.
Etc. Okay. Now I said to you, what is your post? And you
Yeah.
said to me,
I have no idea.
no clue what you're on
Post.
about. Okay. So there's an endless scale of posts, but you tend to find 3 posts. Okay. So what we're looking at there is your instinctive move. As you rotate, which way does your pressure tend to fall?
Yeah.
Okay, so how then you basically live your life?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have someone who is a front posted golfer, who they pivot around the lead foot.
Yeah.
Okay, you have someone who is basically dead centre. Okay, and then you'd have a rear post golfer. Okay,
Yeah.
now there's no right or wrong.
Okay.
Everyone's different, but then we match up your pressures and your forces to your post.
Okay.
To try and get the optimal motions for yourself, okay? Because what we tend to see is some tour players are 95 here,
Yeah.
some tour players are 55 here.
Okay.
Who's right or wrong? Well, they're both right.
So there's not one that
There's
there
not.
should be,
It's all
just a
about
way around it.
matchups.
Yeah.
Okay, so at a decent level of golf, where the technique is pretty good, you're looking into the intricate little movements, it's all about the matchups.
Okay.
So, Owen, what was that in terms of posting? Where did we fall to? We'll go eyes closed.
Basically, when we do that, we sort of throw you off balance, and you're going to find a natural balance point when you reach that place of the turn. So we can see for you, there's no doubt that we're front posted. So we go sort of 63% on our lead foot when we throw you off balance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
you'll sort of find your balance.
lovely. So what that means then, you've gone into posture, eyes closed. As you've subconsciously turned, you have drifted into the lead side. Now, what that means is we then match that pressure
Yeah.
and force to a front-posted golfer. Was that quite front post?
63.
Yeah, so you were very front post.
Right, okay.
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 So that tells us we don't want you moving to 90% back here.
Okay.
Okay. We want you, give or take, 70, 75% maximum trail side pressure. Okay. And then for you, being a front-posted golfer, our dominant force, our force that we want as a peak,
Yeah.
will be our upwards force.
Okay.
Okay. So next question,
Yeah.
ankles, knees and hips, any injuries?
No.
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 So if we are using vertical force, we need to keep this left foot or left side fairly strong so that we can use
Okay.
pushing motions. Okay.
Okay.
Now, let's see where we're at, shall we?
Yeah,
Let's
of
see how we're getting on.
course.
So this is you, screen, this is the centre of your pressure. Okay, so the
Okay.
centre of your pressure is the sort of live recording of where your weight is throughout the swing, or pressure, I should say, is throughout the swing.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is your lead foot, okay, and this is your trail foot.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're starting with 62% into your lead side.
Yeah.
Okay, and 38% on your trail side. That's about right, because what most people do, they have a little counterweight into the left foot to get them moving, because
Yeah.
force always precedes motion.
Yeah.
Okay, so as we then start to move you away.
You do exactly that.
Okay. You are 92%
No.
trail side
92.
pressure. Now,
That's
that's all
terrible.
good if you're top end rear post,
Yeah.
but being a centre post golfer, a front post golfer, that's a little too much. And if you looked at that, can you see how the lateral border of your foot is all lit up?
Wow.
It's all
So
rolling onto the
a
outside.
gush
now.
of wind
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm over. I'm
Yeah,
on the
you
floor.
are. Yeah. Any light breeze and that's game over. Yeah. So what's happened there is you've shifted a long way to trail side. The
Yeah.
timing of that is actually okay-ish. We want that happening sort of mid backswing.
Okay.
As a peak number into trail side.
Yeah.
Okay. What we definitely don't want is your right toe
Yeah.
disengaging with the floor. Okay.
Okay.
So that's our force applicator.
Yeah.
Okay. That's us loading into this
Okay.
what's called medial border of the foot. Okay. So
Yeah.
the middle part of the foot.
Yeah.
So we would absolutely check in this circumstance the ability to internally rotate into that hip. Okay. I would say you're probably quite good,
Okay.
but we'll check
We'll
it.
see.
We'll check it. Okay, so when do we start to recenter, Owen? So you actually recenter quite well.
Okay.
So what I
Considering
mean,
there's a lot of pressure there,
yeah,
you do go over quite well.
Okay.
And it's definitely before the club transitions into, so when moment of transition, say there, and we've got back over again, so you've shifted near enough 100%.
Wow.
which is probably too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just
And-
compensating for that.
Yeah.
Shifted
Yes.
right over.
So again, you never go back through your right toe.
Wow, that's so interesting.
So
Crazy.
that's an area we could definitely find a bit of power from.
Yeah. Of
So
course.
we would hazard a guess now, if you've shunted that ways,
Yeah.
then your horizontal force
Yeah.
is probably going to be your dominant force,
Yeah.
okay, not your rotational force or not your
Yeah.
upwards force.
And
okay?
it's funny because something I've been working on with my coach is that we've been doing those type of pull and
Yeah,
moves,
yeah.
because I've never thought to do that. It was always
Yeah.
top half the body.
Yeah.
And I think is that changed much in
Massively,
recent in golf?
humongously. Yeah, so what you're doing there would be quite a good change
Yeah.
if you're giving yourself a chance.
Yeah.
If you haven't
I'm
got
doing
that,
it right.
as you say, if you haven't got a force applicator to actually turn you,
Yeah.
then you
Can't
can't
do it.
spin off that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course. So
Yeah.
that
I
just
think it's
pieces
important-
everything
yeah.
together.
So we've got our three forces
Yeah.
indicated by these graphs. We've got the horizontal, the pink force, we've got the torque, the green force, and the vertical, the blue force.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So just in terms of how we're sequencing those up, so as Joe said in your kinetic sequence, in terms of where those forces are peaking, we see the main peak on the horizontal force first, then the peak on the torque second, and then the peak on the vertical. Okay.
you
The
got-
vertical force is very strong. So
Yeah.
but you're sequencing wise, you're matching and you're sequencing those forces well. You are going horizontal,
Yeah.
twist, lift.
Okay.
And they're strong peaks.
They're all strong peaks.
Okay.
Yeah, very strong peaks.
So that's
So that's great.
So you can
Okay.
see,
Yeah, that's
see
great.
in there, you've got the sort of dark shaded areas.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we got you standstill on the plates. That's basically taking a weight measurement.
Yeah.
That's PGA Tour level for someone of your body mass.
okay.
So you can see in your horizontal, you're well above it,
Okay.
and your vertical, you're well above it as well.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
So
There's something
they're
right.
all strong,
Yeah.
solid peaks. To be fair.
You've literally just describe my exact 2 bad swings. So if I try and fix it, it goes over, and then if I do save myself, it's flicked. So you've literally described both of the bad swings there.
Yeah, and it makes sense with what we're seeing in the data.
Yeah, of course.
Because and again, you're putting yourself into a situation where you have to use horizontal.
Yes.
Because we're moving so far over here.
Yeah.
You're essentially, when you're where Joe is there, Joe's where you can't jump anywhere else but other than your back foot.
Okay.
When we throw you off balance and you want to go on your front foot, if we're not on that front foot, we can't ever jump from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just strengthening it up and sinking it a little bit better.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
Shall we have a look at gears? Let's do it. So
in relation to what we were saying about mines, like 90 and what's like your average, what's like a PGA kind of
front posted.
Yeah.
It'd be
75.
Yeah. We see them all. It's quite an aggressive shift laterally off the ball initially.
Yeah.
For a front posted golfer, we then want you, as you say, 75 on the back foot, no more massively. Yeah. That's quite a big number.
Yeah.
And then ultimately shifting back onto the lead side a little bit earlier than we are.
Yeah. Okay. So a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in general, like you said, not bad.
Yeah.
Little bit of pressure shift.
Little tweaks.
Little tweaks.
Yeah. Okay.
Tweaks.
Brilliant.
Okay, so if we jump on the gear system, so what we're looking for here, this one here is called our virtual spine.
Okay.
Okay. We have the tilts to the shoulders, hips, knees and toes. Okay. So we're looking for neutral generic numbers. Okay. We're looking for no big tilts to the virtual spine, so the line coming through your head outside your backside.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't want any massive tilts either side of that. Okay. So 90 degrees is lovely.
Yeah.
You're 89. Happy days.
Okay.
Yeah. So the spine angle at address is nice and neutral.
Yeah.
Okay. We have a marginal tilt to the shoulders purely because the right hand on the golf club is lower than the left hand.
Okay.
Okay. Again, we look for about 8 to 10 degrees. You're at 7.8, so happy days, really, really good. And we're looking for knees, hips and toes to be all roughly 0. Okay. So we haven't got any crazy tilting with the pelvis, the knees, etc. So where you are there, I'm actually going to say is very, very good.
And even just changing those little things as your feet, your body alignment
that will
feels so
mega.
strange, doesn't it?
That'll feel horrible.
Yeah, it's like changing your grip. It's disgusting.
Yeah, I'm aiming over here. No, you're not.
You're not. Go more.
Yeah, double it. Sway,
Ooh.
thrust and lift numbers. Okay, happy with those terms?
Yes.
Okay, we will pop in your pelvis rotation and we will pop in your pelvis side bend.
Okay.
Okay, so tilt.
Yeah.
So what we are looking for, let's have a look, Owen, play that through for us. So as we get to mid backswing, so this is where a 2D camera is very, very deceiving.
Okay.
As we just saw when we were looking at it there.
Yeah.
Because it looks as though your pivot is actually quite centred.
Yeah.
It's not. You are moving 2.4 inches to the trail side. Now that doesn't sound a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Especially for front posted.
Especially for front posted.
Yeah.
So you are literally moving the 3D centre of your pelvis 2.5 inches that away.
Wow.
In terms of the thrust number, so have you gone towards or away from ball? You're pretty good there. It's very neat and tidy.
Okay.
So we get to top. So we're still 2 inches trail side. So that's backing up what we were seeing with the pressure.
Yeah.
Even though the 2D camera doesn't look it, you are still.
So what's that? I've gone.
So you're at the
That?
absolutely.
Yeah. And you're saying into here now.
Yeah.
Here.
So you've basically loaded the outside of your foot.
Okay.
Whereas we would want to absolutely try and load the instep.
Oh, wow. Oh my God, you would just feel that.
Yeah. We'll feel strange.
Yeah. Okay.
In terms of the rotational movements, so you've rotated 44 degrees.
Okay.
That's a great number. You have raised your right side of your pelvis 12.5 degrees higher than your left.
Okay.
That's good. Happy days. We want double digits. Beautiful. So the angle from the lead wrist into the golf club.
Yeah.
Okay, we're give or take 90. We'd love.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
88. Beautiful. Yeah. So this is also a very key position for us here. The amount of flex that you keep in that 90. We're looking for 90. You're 91.
Okay,
so
fabulous.
really, really good.
Yeah.
So we've got the standout here is obviously the lateral at the moment.
Yeah.
As we go back face on.
It's funny because looking at that, I always think of my hands too high.
Oh,
but
we
from
like
that, is that
hand
okay?
calf
On the stretch.
Okay.
It's funny how you look at your own swing in comparison to others. Like
Yeah,
you wouldn't
yeah.
look at someone else's how I've just spoken about my own.
Yeah,
So
you're
I
really
suppose
good there.
it's hard to
I wouldn't worry about that.
yeah.
No,
okay.
I'd say actually that's bloody great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, that's what.
Thank you.
Yeah, got that.
Thank you.
Positive sway.
Okay.
So you've gone from I think it was 2.5, wasn't it? 2.5 negative to 2.5 positive. So the ground you've covered is okay. It's just you're starting from 40 yards back from me. Yeah. So if we can get you a bit more centred in your pivot initially, then that will probably go to more, which will make it more dominant handle forward, as opposed to this getting a little stuck.
Don't like that.
Right,
We don't want that.
It's just changing the ratio. Rather than being 2.5 back and 2.5 forwards, we potentially want you 1 back, 4 forwards. So you're still moving 5 inches.
Okay.
So the amount you're moving is actually really good.
Okay.
Yeah, we're happy with that. As we extend on, really good. You post into the left side nicely. It's a little collapsy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Collapsy.
So the arms are a little.
Yeah. That's what I feel.
Yeah. Like cramped for space a little.
100%.
Yeah.
Especially with the irons.
Like you said about the club overtaking the.
Yeah. Do you think that's you trying to? If you're aware of that club head doing that, and then you're trying to hold it open.
Overcompensate. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
As you nip that through, keep going.
But that's where you see the best players in the world. They are.
Yeah. Well, they can't stop it.
Yeah, they can't.
Yeah, because the weight of the club is so heavy at that point.
Yeah.
It is all the way up and through.
Yeah, of course. So for like an average golfer, would you go through all of this, and if we go through everything the exact same? Yeah. So interesting.
And then you put a roadmap in place.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
You're here.
Yeah.
Let's start with posture.
Yeah.
Let's build it to takeaway.
Yeah.
Let's build takeaway to top. Yeah.
So you know every part of the body of what it's limited to.
Well, we're not doctors, but
we
can have a good go.
But we can, of course.
Dr. Joe.
But it's so of course, I'll go Dr.
Yeah.
But it's so interesting that from this you can
but you
give
pick it up.
A roadmap. Yeah.
There's normally a reason why they've done what they've done.
Yeah. So if someone comes to you and said, I want this process to be done in 6 months, is that just dependent on how
Yeah, we'll
quick
build them a process.
Yeah.
We might
And
miss
how much they
some
work
parts
as well.
and work on bang for buck.
Yeah.
Because like you said, and some people, they're not willing to go through that length of time.
Yeah, we got to manage expectations as well.
Yeah. And that's where you have that conversation of reality,
absolutely.
What are you going to work on?
100%.
Of course.
Yeah, initially then,
Okay.
takeaway.
Yeah.
Immense.
Really?
Yeah, spot on.
Okay.
Yeah, so your lead arm is hanging vertically from your shoulder.
Yeah.
Your club and hands aligned. Your lead wrist is moved into flexion.
Wow.
Nice and early.
Okay.
So you're in a nice strong position here. Face angle of the golf club is organised beautifully.
Wow.
Yeah, I would say leave that alone.
Okay.
Yeah. As we carry that up, I actually really like that.
It's very, very strong wrist position there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy days. That's really, really good.
Fabulous.
I really like that as a position. Yeah,
That's,
hands are nice and high, decent turns. There wouldn't be anything that I would move around from there, I'm going to be honest. Yeah.
Fantastic. And it's funny you say that because in my takeaway, I'm constantly overthinking that takeaway position. So now
that's as good as you're going to get.
Yeah. Okay. So now you've cleared that.
That's
stop thinking about the takeaway.
Lovely. Yeah.
Thank you.
I would say, I'm going to be honest, you do lots of stuff clearly very well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The first thing I would check is your ability to rotate internally into that hip.
Yeah.
Just to check. You happy with that?
Yeah.
Check that
Yeah.
over.
Okay.
Then, if you can do that, I would 100% be playing around with that lateral movement off the golf ball.
Yeah.
And loading up the inside of that foot.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Shall we have a go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do
Okay.
it.
So what we're going to do, we're going to put your right foot here.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to put your left foot here.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're going to just rotate and see how far around you can get your pelvis or hips in relation to that line on the floor or this club here.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see it. Bring that foot into about here. Beautiful. Yeah.
And then what?
Yeah.
Do my
Just
hands.
arms across shoulders.
Yeah.
Just rotate. Mega. Yeah. So the fact that you can rotate that a long way, we ideally want, do that again. We want parallel to club on the floor.
Okay.
So where you are there is really, really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a humongous range of motion around your right hip.
Okay.
Okay, so that is not the reason why you're sort of you're sliding through that hip because you haven't got mobility there.
It's a technical problem, not a physical problem.
Okay.
Correct.
And then if someone, as you were saying before, if I said, yeah, I can't physically do that,
100%.
then you're going through something different.
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
aren't
We
you?
give them drills to go away and work on that. Or if they're not willing to do that, we'd accept that they are where they are and we'd try and build it around that. We need to get you loading into this foot then, don't we?
Yes, let's do
Okay,
it.
so
back to the
what
7?
we are, all I'm going to do to first up, I'm going to actually, so sounds technical.
Yeah.
Okay. If I jump on these two.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
and make
love this. How cool
and
is
make
that?
a back swing.
Okay.
Watch where my feet go.
Okay.
So if I have no friction under my feet,
Yeah.
that's what my feet will do
Yeah.
in a backswing. Okay. Now what I want you to try and do, we're going to get rid of that one,
Okay.
is I want you to try and feel as though you're turning into that leg and that foot's not going to spin out.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
And you're going to load into this
Yeah.
groin area.
But
okay?
if that was me, would that?
Spin that way.
What was
Wow.
George's right knee rotation? I bet it's 30 odd 40. Could be wrong. Let's have a look at an idiot now. At the top of the backswing. 40.
Really?
I'm like a human gears.
You can tell you do this often.
Yeah. Okay, so basically what we're seeing there is your right knee is
Yeah.
You can see as well, it can almost be a killer having too much mobility.
Yeah. But you know,
100%.
sometimes after I do come off the course, like my knees are
Yeah,
hurt.
yeah.
Is that because I've just overworked
yeah. So
them?
you're putting so much sort of twist and motion through that knee.
Yeah. I'm glad you've said that. It's,
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
it's not me
Yeah, yeah.
being hypochondriac.
No.
I've
so
got something to
just
play.
have a play around. So just focus on trying to keep that right foot quite stable. You'll feel it as in different muscles here.
Okay. Oh, wow. That just wants to go,
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
it?
absolutely.
Okay.
Does that feel different?
So different. There's
Yeah.
almost like a tension.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
Is that
an
right?
internal load of your right hip.
Wow.
That's you stretching muscles, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Up to top, hold it for us. Stay there. So I want you to feel like the medial border of this foot,
Yeah.
nice and engaged in the floor.
Okay.
And eventually we'll see that right sort of toe. We honestly, ideally want to see on the swing catalyst some right toe
Yeah.
in the deck still.
Okay.
Last thing we want is that sort of roll
Yes.
over. You
Yeah.
will feel that up here.
Okay.
Yeah. Or
So more here.
backside. Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah, I can feel that
Yeah, yeah,
straight away.
yeah.
Because as soon as you said that, you could see my foot
Yeah, yeah.
rolling, couldn't you? Which-
Normally, like for me, I'm exactly the same.
Yeah.
Because as a junior, I was small.
Yeah.
I wanted to keep up with the peers. So I was over here
Yeah.
and then over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Normally, you can tell by what they're wearing on their feet because the outside of their foot is like completely worn on the shoe.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
their sole is like,
I used to get that.
yeah.
But I feel like when we were growing up learning this, we didn't talk about the legs
No, you wouldn't.
ever. It was
No.
all about how slow,
Yeah, I'm
how
on
everything.
plane,
Yeah,
let's-
everything.
yeah, yeah.
Where now it's if you're not using your legs,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
not going to be competing
100%.
and keeping up with
100%.
the players out there. So this is all
Yeah.
new.
New.
In probably how
Yeah,
many years? The last 10,
10.
yeah, 5,
Yeah,
10 years.
yeah, yeah.
So it's it's good to. It's just developing all the time, isn't it?
100%.
So,
Yeah.
okay, so try
So
again.
get, yeah, really good load into that leg. Good. Can you feel stretches there?
Yeah, I can feel stretches here.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah,
now
yeah.
I'm feeling about this part. It
Yeah,
feels
yeah.
like a different stretch
Yeah, yeah.
rather
That's
than
you, like Owen said, that's you just loading into that hip.
crazy.
Can you
Yeah.
feel that toe on the floor? Does that feel a bit more
I
connected?
did
in your
then.
right toe?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I
so
did then.
the way that you would do this at home,
Yeah,
because obviously if you haven't got a disc,
yeah.
yeah,
I'm gonna go and buy one of these.
Gonna get
I
a
need
disc.
these.
yeah, go get a disc. Or
Yeah.
you got a laminate floor,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, piece of paper under your foot.
Okay.
It's going to want to spin if you've got the paper under your foot.
Okay.
Furniture slider. Okay. Can we do that? So just
Okay.
anything under that foot on
Yeah.
a surface that's shiny
Yeah.
is going to want to spin out.
Yeah.
So what you can do is just really try and load into that side and just
Okay.
keep it all nice and stable.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's beautiful. That's good.
Wow, you can. It's almost like a
Yeah, yeah,
stretch.
yeah.
Everything's
That's beautiful.
tense. Okay,
Yeah, that's
fabulous.
beautiful.
But it's as you like when you're watching the players, as you're saying, internal stretch. They're stretching so
Yeah, yeah.
much where
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not that sway. It's all inside.
What we
isn't it?
tend to see is the amateur. They can normally rotate,
Yeah.
but they rotate everything.
Yes.
So there's no
They
They
stretch
feel they
shortening
have
cycles.
to. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And normally the big amateur rotators are big lateral movers as well. It's
Yes.
that sort of everything.
Core
together,
stability, isn't
everything
it?
goes that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they feel like they
Yeah.
should.
Yeah, 100%. That's their method of trying to hit it a length they want to hit it.
Yeah.
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 Rather than understanding if we want to create some speed,
Yeah.
we need to separate body parts.
Wow, that's
Feeling.
crazy.
Yeah.
Of course.
Kinematics.
Yeah.
and-
Of
yeah.
course.
Yeah.
Okay, that feels
Yeah.
so different.
Yeah.
So feeling it.
Yeah, absolutely. Feel the right toe engaged in the floor. Feel like that foot staying nice and plant. That's beautiful. That looks really good.
It's even there. Is that
yeah,
normal?
yeah.
No.
Depends if you've been, no, depends if you've been using it or not.
Ah.
So if you've been completely sort of taken all pressure out of that, which you probably have,
Yeah.
yeah, then there's probably more load going through that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's great.
Wow.
That's good. Do one more. Okay, I like it. Do me a favour, hop on here.
Okay.
Try and recreate that same feeling.
Yeah.
So I can see your leg shaking there.
Can you? It's intense.
So that
Like
shows
wants to
that
go.
shows me that you don't do that move.
Wow. And that feels like a workout.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like a proper move,
Yeah, yeah.
like a deadlift almost.
So like that's like me in the gym with the arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't look good. So that shows me that you're not used to that action,
Yeah.
which is something that you probably have to build up.
Yeah.
You probably never loaded into that leg like that.
Yeah.
So
Never.
yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That feels
So
so good.
so what we would then do now,
Yeah.
because if you walked onto a range
Yeah.
and just beat balls,
Yeah.
you're going to bin that within 10 minutes because it feels weird.
Yeah.
So you would go into like a net with a soft ball.
Okay.
So what do you reckon your miss would be to start with here?
Do you think, am I going to go even more left? Like
You're just going to be really
overcompensate?
steep with your attack angle.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're not used to being that centred.
Yeah.
You're used to sort of being over here. So now you're much more centred in the pivot. It's going to feel like you're on top of the ball loads more
Okay.
and earlier.
Yeah. I want to hit the ball now.
That's it.
Do it.
Let's see if you can self-learn it a bit now.
Okay.
What about stance width then?
About 18, 17,
Yeah,
17.
that's quite good.
I mean, I know the ball was lighter, but that actually felt like I had so much speed in there.
Yeah, yeah. It will feel.
Yeah.
It'll feel loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It felt like from there it was ready rather than, as you were saying,
So,
before,
so what
crouch.
you
And
do
it-
really well
Yeah.
is as you initiate, you unweight really well and you sort of reintroduce your knee flexes. So you're preloading into the floor nicely
Okay.
to push out. So
Yeah.
this is only going to help that feeling. If you're over here,
Yeah.
then you can't really use that skill.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. There you go.
You can hear it.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Every shot.
Quite, you know.
But it's nice that you've mentioned that about the arms, because in doing that, you've not got to think
Oh,
about
you don't even
too
think
much
about
going
those.
on.
So
Yeah.
they're mint.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really good. You don't need to mess around with those.
So you're now peaking out at 80% on your right foot.
Wow.
Still
Already.
on the outside a little bit,
Okay.
but we can see there's definitely more pressure drifting in towards the right toe.
Yeah.
For doing 4 swings, 10 minutes work on it is good.
Okay.
Transition-wise, which again is something we haven't really looked at, over to the left foot, good. You've actually got a little bit more of a break as well.
Yeah, good move. What's that?
Good.
There we go.
That's
Didn't
better.
have 2 there, 1.5.
Yay!
1.5.
There you go.
Nice
So
and
it could be
early
even
release.
more.
I'd say anywhere for you, 1/2 inch to 1.5 is a good number.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
down, the biggest thing, down at impact, you're at 4.5
Wow.
in
So
front of the ball.
Okay.
Oh, it said about the 5-inch
Yeah.
lengthen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you was 2.5, 2.5. Now you're 1.5, 5, or 4.5.
Okay.
So that's good.
Yeah, that
Wow.
spot there's a little bit better.
But that's just thinking of the backswing.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not even thinking of the
well,
downswing
you
yet,
do
are
lots
we?
of stuff obviously really well.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't, your backswing in terms of down the line positions are very organised, your
Okay.
posture's good. You were just, in terms of matchups, making it hard work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Be
So
fair, you're into everything you can see with a 2D video camera,
Yeah.
you're very good at,
Yeah.
which is, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah.
you've done
So
a
I would have
lot
got
of
away
work
with that.
yeah, absolutely, yeah. Yeah.
then
It's very
not
pretty,
3D.
isn't it? It's,
Yeah.
Well,
But then how can, do you know what I mean? You can't ever see where your right toe is in your golf swing.
of course.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course. And even telling yourself, if you would say, is it in the front toe? Like, yeah, it's not. But
Yeah,
it
yeah.
clearly wasn't. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
in the heel.
yeah, 'cause
so.
you're going to say what you think they want to hear, don't you?
Yeah, and even
Yeah.
you tell yourself what you want to hear.
Yeah,
don't you,
always.
even though
Yeah,
it's
yeah. You
not
convince
true.
yourself, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, it can't be that bad. It's, yeah.
Yeah, it's
yeah. We're roughly toe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Toe, yeah. Spot toe. Yeah, that's good. It's very good.
Okay. Wow, that's incredible. I can even feel that in my foot as well.
Yeah, yeah. So you might need to
tension.
build that up a little bit.
Okay. With this process, is there a level of golfer you need to be at? Is there?
It doesn't, we could, do you know what I mean? We always find it's a little bit intimidating sometimes for people if they walk in and they see all of that.
Yes.
All of the visual. We can make this as, do you know what I mean? If we
dumb it down.
Yeah, I've had people where they've never swung a golf club before, like first
Wow.
lesson, total beginner.
Okay.
But it means you can, like when we put this posture lines on at the start, we can get into good habits straight away.
Yeah.
Pressures
it's
under
as
the feet.
basic or as advanced as we want to make it.
Yeah.
All this won't teach, this will just diagnose.
Yeah.
And we probably wouldn't talk to someone who's off 20 the way we've spoke to you.
Of course, yeah, of course. But you could imagine some golfers who are high handicap or even low handicap, they might feel intimidated coming into this. But as you say, you build this around the player, don't you?
We would have that conversation at the start.
Of course.
Do you like the data? Yes or no?
So this process I've always wanted to do, but I've always thought I don't know where and I don't know how. But being here today has just shown it's so good. Anyone can do it. How popular is this right now, and where do you think it's going to go?
Well, it's very popular right now.
Yeah.
We get people from nationwide, even into Europe, because there's not many setups like this. We're very lucky to have the setup.
Yeah.
The more scientific knowledge there is of the golf swing, the better this process will get.
Yeah.
Like over time, I would say this is pretty good. This is very good. There will be systems come out where you can measure what force is being applied to grip, etc. Then you can figure out why he's shallowing that, why he's pulling on the club that way, why is the centre of mass of the golf club doing that. That's down the line.
Markerless tracking, that's something they're looking at.
Yeah, markerless tracking is
so what?
Sports box, etc.
Right,
It is the sort of main one.
Yeah.
It's good. It's great. It's great for feedback.
Yeah.
We like the market system because we know the data we're giving the individual is mint.
Yeah.
But yeah, the more physics and scientific research there is on the swing, the more then it will be applied to, in simple terms, to the individual you've got in front of you.
Yeah. And I'd love to say, do you think they could build something where you can do this yourself at home, but the knowledge that you need
100%. That's the nail on the head.
Yeah, it's not just this, it's
As
you
we
as
say,
well,
this-
because it is, there's so much
Because
to take in.
you could go the other way. You could have too much information and you get worse.
Yeah, that'd probably be me.
Yeah.
And most people would, because you just overcompensate everything.
Exactly. Yeah. And then everyone sort of coaches to one method. And you've got to understand what method suits the individual.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I could have stayed in there all day, but we're finished. What did you think of my swing?
Lots and lots of good stuff.
There is a lot of good stuff, to be fair.
Yeah. A little bit of work to the pelvis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Being a front posted golfer, we don't want you moving to the trail side too much.
Yeah.
You organise the pelvis.
Okay.
Organise your knees. Organise your ankles.
Yeah.
Organise your toes.
Yeah.
It's only going to go one way.
Perfect. But it
Better
was
and
so interesting that putting all that gear on, which was amazing, just really highlighted the goods, the bads, and you can build a swing from there, essentially, can't you?
Dive into the individual.
Yeah.
It's just stuff we can't see by eye.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? When we're doing work with your feet and the pressure and stuff.
Yeah.
That's why we do so much work on that, because it's stuff we find that no one's ever done before, because there's not very many people who can see
Yeah.
who can see it.
And to think you're the only location in the UK?
Yeah, who uses both systems, definitely.
Yeah.
And then there's not many in Europe, to be honest, I don't think. So
Wow.
we're very lucky.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So if I could just come back once a week, then...
Yeah. No worries. No worries.
See you on tour.
I'll be the caddy.
Yeah, I hope to see you on tour. Yeah. But no, thank you so
Pleasure.
much. It's
Glad you enjoyed
been
it.
Amazing. It was intense, but a good, solid intense. And
Yeah,
I
it
can't
was
wait to go away. It's all on me now to practice, isn't it? So
You've got to see the hard work
Absolutely
now.
on you. Yeah. We don't want to see any negative feedback.
yeah, no, thank you so much. You've both been amazing. Don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.